All right, let's call the meeting to order at the Washington Township.
Okay, let's start. Here we go.
All right, let's call to order the Washington Township Township Trustee meeting for Thursday, February 26th. May everyone rise for the pledge of allegiance?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're going to start with the minutes.
Madam
Oh, yeah.
President, we should note that we have a quorum, because in addition to the members here, Board Member Fisher is live streaming it because of the illness, we have a quorum, and then we say one more member. Board Member Denton is excused, so the voter regular first meeting is tonight. So we're ready to go now.
Okay, so the first approval is for our August 26, 2025 minutes, which is the first sheet. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
I make a motion that goes, it's approved.
All right, David, do I have a second?
I'm happy to second that.
Okay,
Board Member Fisher.
all right, so the August 26 minutes have been approved.
You get it.
Oh, yes, sorry, all in favor, sorry.
Aye.
Great, approved, August 26th. Next up is the September 30th, 2025 minutes. Do I have a motion to approve those?
Which ones did you say?
This is the September 30th, 2025.
Also motion that the September 30th, 25 is approved.
I'll second that motion.
All right, all in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. September 30th, 2025 minutes approved. And then the next one to approve are the minutes from Tuesday, October 14th, 2025.
Also motion that those minutes be approved. October 24, 25.
14.
14.
Do I have a second?
Second that.
All right. Thank you. All in favor of approving the October 14th, 2025 minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. October 14th minutes approved. And then the last one we need to approve are the January 6th, 2026 minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the January 6th minutes?
Also motion January 6, 2026 be approved.
Do I have a second?
I will second that motion.
All right, all in favor of approving the January 6th, 2026 minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And approved, January 6th minutes. Next up is the approval of the December 2025 financial report.
We received those are just with the info that we're going to go over. So basically, again, receive those. If you've got any questions, you can ask. Just let everyone know. Overall, we only spent 75% of our budget, and we are in line in all categories.
Amazing. Anyone have any questions? All right, then I'll ask for a motion to approve the December 2025 financial report. Motion to approve it.
I'll make a motion to approve the December 2025 financial report.
Also motion that is,
You just second.
you second, I second.
Okay, all in favor of approving the December 2025 financial report, say aye. Aye. Aye.
Also motion,
Don't just say aye.
aye.
All right, approved the December 2025 financial report.
Okay. Madam President. In the trustees report, the first item of business is the presentation and approval of the 2025 annual financial report. You have it in front of you. It's the Gateway Financial Report. It's loaded down to the bid system. For those of you, the public here and watching at home, the report will be available online on the state, the empty file this week. And when the state puts it up, it'll be available if anyone wants to see it. Yeah, and Beth Marshall, kind of gonna go over the particulars, and I'll turn it over to her.
So it's a 34-page report. I'm not going to go into detail, but if you have questions, obviously you can ask at any time. So on page 2, I just will summarize what the pages are all about. Is a fund report, which is basically all the different funds that we have. It shows our beginning cash, the total receipts for each fund for the year, the total disbursements for the year, and then our ending cash balance for each one of them. So the whole township, we ended up with cash of $4,206,468.24. And then pages 3 and 4 are the detailed receipts, again, by fund. So every fund that we put money into, whether it be for property taxes, FIT, whatever it might be, it's in there by fund in the detail, which ties back to all the funds. Pages 5 through 7 are the reports that you basically receive monthly, and telling you all the different funds, where it gives you your personal services, your supplies, the total services and charges, which are their professional fees, and then your capital outlays, and then that gives you the totals of each of those. The lion's share of the budget, or this report, is pages 8 through 22. So for every fund, it tells you every vendor that we've written checks to, and it told that we paid each one of those vendors. So that's why there's so much, but it gives you all the detail of everything that was done. So again, if you go through it and you have any questions or want to know what something's for, you can always feel free to, reach out to me or Frank, and then we can get the numbers for you on that as far as what they are. And then on pages 23, that's again just a listing of the funds, which is, again, I'm not sure why they would do that, but they just give you a listing of the funds. On page 24 is the debt statement. It's just a part of it, but there we have no debt, so it's 0. Page 25 shows deficit funds. So if there was a fund that was a deficit balance, they shouldn't be deficit, but sometimes they are. Like if you had a grant that was reimbursable, you had to ask for the money, then we keep that on there, and then we would have a receivable. But we didn't have any of those. 26 is our leases. So we have our rent that we have is our office lease, and we also have our copier lease, so we list those. On page 27 is our transfer report. We didn't have any transfer funds. On page 28 is a listing of all of our assets by category, and then also the corresponding depreciation for each of those categories as well. So it shows additions and deletions. Again, we really don't communicate most of the stuff we have included our ISA, yeah. And then page 29 is our accounts payable and receivable. So any outstanding things that we didn't spend in the budget that were already encumbered, we didn't have any of those. And then we did have one receivable, which every year now we will have this. It was for $107,455.42. And now they changed the law last session, starting in July 1, that the small claims court's fees for what they normally send they do write us checks directly, has to go downtown, and then they reallocate the money basically across all the townships. And I'll tell you that everyone that I was with gets $107,455.14, which you did get by July 30 or January 31st, but that was a receivable. So that was for July through December, and then January through June will be paid in July.
And before, when we did the dollar for the
Ours was very close. We did get a little bit more, and that was the thing, because we do a lot here. Some of them aren't getting as much, so they're getting a lot more.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
We're subsidizing the,
That's exactly,
That's
exactly where it is.
that's the reality of it.
Page 30 are non-financial, our financial assistance that we give to non-governmental entities. We gave money to the assistant league in Indianapolis. We gave them $50,000, Gleaner Street thing, we gave them $300,000, which you were aware of through. The Indy Parks and Rec, we gave $10,000, $850, and the Joint Center, $16,500. And then pages 31 through 33 is the TA7, which is the Township Assistant Statistics Report, which that report to us typically most meetings on where we are with everything, but this is the compilation of the whole year, of what we, spent on every category. And I always tell people, this doesn't always exactly line up what doesn't line up exactly with the AMR, what was spent. It'll be very close, but the thing is timing of when payments that were paid, so it's not always exact because of that. And then the last page, which is 34, it just gives you the missions that we participated in, and the only one that we participated in is part of the public employee retirement fund. Does anyone have any questions?
Do we need to move a bit?
Yes.
Okay. So, is there a motion to approve the 2025 annual financial report?
On motion that will be approved.
Do I have a second?
I will second that.
All in favor of approving the 2025 annual financial report, say aye.
Aye.
And the 2025 annual financial report is approved.
It's very well done, as always, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Madam President, the next item is the approval of the 2026 Township Assistance Guideline. And with that in the packet, and for the public, everyone watching at home, all these forms will be loaded up tomorrow on our internet, so you'll be able to see everything and the numbers and that, once they're filed. Township Assistance Guidelines are the same for all the townships in Marion County. The only difference, and that's why you have separate pages for them, is the eligibility standards, and in the back of the packet talks about income guidelines, shelter payments, food allotments, household supplies, and that's all here in the report. And that's what differs by township, because a two-bedroom apartment in Washington Township was one of the two-bedroom apartments in Jacob Township. But the standards are the same for what everybody gets and everybody uses, so that's here, as it's written, and, pretty much that's about the only changes, right? The federal guidelines,
That's right, no legislative changes.
okay. And that same report we use every year, and same guys, and I think we, just as you go through about once every 3-4 years, see if there's something that needs to be changed, but really, you take the charts for food and shelter, that's the biggest one that affects the most people. So we would present that.
Does anyone have any questions on the assistance guidelines?
On motion.
Okay, motion to approve 2026 Township Assistant Guidelines. Do I have a
On
second?
motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor of approving the Township Assistance Guidelines, say aye.
Aye.
Approved.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, the next item is the 2026 methods policies for employment and contracting. As you know, the state General Assembly years ago set down this guideline, determines, against nepotism, it tells you clearly in the law, it's a spouse, parent, step-parent, child, stepchild, brother, sister, stepbrother, stepsister, including a brother or sister that had blood, niece and nephew, aunt, uncle, daughter-in-law, son-in-law, and all the rules are in here, so everybody knows it, the amounts that they receive, et cetera, et cetera. We have one for employment, and then one also for contracting. We have to do them together, that's it.
There's a typo, I think, in the, one on contracting. If you look at the amount, therefore be it resolved, the township board adopts the following policy, and that's being employment, I think that should say contracting right there.
Yeah.
So make that change on the original document, or gets signed.
Okay.
Otherwise,
I mean, you vote at the same time.
Yeah.
So then, according to the, we may get one change, and we get change that we need to go. Other than that, I thought we had that because of the motion.
Okay, so is there a motion to approve the 2026 national zone policies for employment and contracting?
All for that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor of approval of the 2026 national zone policies for employment and contracting, say aye.
Aye.
Approved.
Okay, we don't have any other business, we concluded here as best as on the budget. We're starting off the new year, I think, everything's moving along. So, we will post all this information, there's a lot of information. I'm sure the printers are filled with paper, these off and on. But, Madam President, that's all we have, there's no other business. We have a lot of reports.
Perfect. Is there a motion to then conclude the meeting?
All for motion at 15 minutes, here, so.
Have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that took a lot of you.